What's up, everybody? Greg Helbeck here, REI Deal Breakdown, Part 2. I'm at the same property I was at, I think, 3 or 4 REI Deal Breakdowns ago. This is Country Club Lane in Pomona, New York. And I'll show you what we did here. So as you knew in Part 1, the floors were nasty. We put brand new LVP floors here. And then I had my contractor put new switches and fixtures. Like, these little things really go a long way. Got the smell out, new lights in here. As you see, the bedroom here. Now we got new floors. Painted it white, makes it a lot better. Put a new toilet in here. And then obviously the closets. This door was busted. So we put the door back on. And then we put new outlet covers in here. The trim was broken, so we fixed the trim and the bathroom's fully functional. And then in the kitchen, we put a brand new light in here. So now look how much better this kitchen looks. We did a deep clean on the appliances. We left the countertops. We left the cabinets. Honestly, in theory, you could paint them and change the handles out. But honestly, in this case, we didn't think it was really going to produce an ROI. Same with the countertops. These countertops are a little old, but you could still use them. We put a new sink head in here, pretty cheap. We left this piece of furniture here. It looked fine. So what we did here, $15,000. We paid $200,000 for the property, about $10,000 on closing costs. We have $15K construction. We threw the property on the MLS for $299. After we did the work, and then after we looked at the comps, that's the key thing here is when you're selling houses, when you're flipping properties, number one thing you want to do is look at the pending comps, right? See what is comparable to your property. Seems to me, after looking at the data, I'm like, if this thing was fully renovated with like a brand new kitchen, brand new bathrooms, probably be a 350 property. So I was like, you know what? Let's throw it on the market for 319. So we ended up putting it on the market for 319. It was on the market for like 5 days. And then we got an offer of $15,000 overran. So we got an offer at 335. They came in, they made a very strong offer. They have strong, financing, they, conventional mortgage, the whole thing. We accepted their offer. They did their home inspection. We negotiated a little bit. I think we gave them a small credit. And now I believe they signed the contract yesterday. So when it's all said and done, obviously you never know in real estate until the deal closes and the money's in your account. Assuming that deal closes at 335, we gave them a credit for 2,000. So it's really 333. We got some costs and whatnot. If everything goes well and it closes on schedule, we'll net about in between $75,000 and $78,000 on a condo in Rockland County. So what are some takeaways you can get from this? Number one, you don't need to go all out on every house to make a good amount of money, right? You got to basically do your property to the comps. If this house is falling over, we would add, obviously put more work into it. But after buying the property, assessing the situation, looking at the comparables, being like, all right, what's our best bang for our buck here? In this situation, it was like, let's just do a small cosmetic rehab to the tune of $15,000. So don't over rehab your properties. If we were to put countertops in here and we were to do new cabinets, we probably wouldn't have gotten that in the form of a return because it would have just gotten us up to 350. We would have spent an extra 20, especially if you did the bathroom. So it wouldn't have made any sense. So the best ROI here was a cosmetic rehab. Lesson number 2, when you have a property, whether it's a condo or a house, and it's in a hot market like Rockland County, generally you're going to get a very strong offer because there's always people. So what I've noticed about like this complex, at least, there are always people in here looking for properties for sale. Like people want to live in this place. There's a sauna, there's a pool. I believe there's a hot tub. So people are always on the prowl for properties here. So when something comes available and it's in this area, people pounce on it. The third lesson here on this deal, always list the property a little bit lower than what you think it might sell for. So you can create a situation where the buyer sees value and they don't want to lose it. And then they come in over ask. So in this case, because we priced it at a good number of $319,999, a buyer was like, damn, if I want to be competitive, I might have to pay more than their list price. And in this case, they did. They came in $15K higher. And that's how we're able to get this, in contract as of yesterday. And then the last lesson here, this lead took like literally 6 to 9 months, I think, to close. By the time the lead came in till we actually got the seller to commit, it actually was longer. It was over a year. So some really good deals are worth following up on because if you can kind of agree on a price off the bat, which is what we did, and then follow up with them, whenever they're ready to sell, you've already built the price in. And the seller is just basically going to work with you because you're the one following up with them and respecting their time. As they say, the fortune's in the follow-up. If you got value from this, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe. Last thing, if you are in the Hudson Valley, like here, or you're in Seattle, or you're in Reno, Nevada, Delaware, or San Diego, if you got a deal you want to wholesale to me or wholesale with me on a JV basis, I'm interested. I'd love to look at the deal. Send me an email or a DM, and I'll see you on the next REI Deal Breakdown.